Hey, how's it going, everyone? This subject matter here. First of all, I'm bringing this to you from B12 Fitness Group. Get your latest supplements at www.b12training.fit.com. Again, if you know a veteran in crisis, 1-877-424-3838. Hey, this is a topic today. I'm going to talk about Vanessa Guillen, the soldier they quote unquote has disappeared. I hate that terminology because that young lady, that soldier, was murdered. She was murdered inside of an arms room. Okay, make sure y'all hear me good. She was murdered inside of an arms room, and it took the family to really just you know go to the hood and just get an attorney and do all these things just so the base can do their job and do a thorough investigation. It shouldn't have taken all that. And as a person that served over 28 years, I know one thing I remember from my experience early, my lower when I was at Fort Bragg in the early 90s, and we had actually lost a pair of MVGs. I was artillery, and we lost a pair of MVGs. And it was like we did a move. I think it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. So now it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, and you moving around and trying to find stuff, and you're working in the dark, and you on an OP, which is observation point, OP observation point, and it's dark. You can barely see, and you're covering up your hole, putting dirt. I don't think you can dig anymore, but back then we was digging holes in the ground at Fort Bragg. And I remember we actually had to. I think we went back and found them before we got locked in that time. But there was another occasion where I think someone lost a weapon, and when you lose a weapon, everything stops. They shut everything down right then and there, and you go find that weapon. So I find that man, something's wrong with when you can shut down a base for a weapon, but you can't shut down a base for a person. That thought process just is still not registering with me as I speak this aloud. It's about as bad as me being an equal opportunity person and then finding out, oh, women can't go into these types of jobs. Well, hold on, I thought this was we promote equal opportunity, but we telling people they can't go in these types of jobs. Well, there's nothing equal about that. So there's a fundamental flaw in that thought process and some of these programs they've instituted. Now, also, I was an armor at Fort Bragg. I was an EO at another location. I got time as a SARC. Yeah, what is a SARC? A SARC is a sexual assault response coordinator. Yes, I done the best job I could do with what I had and what I was given. It's not you don't judge people, you just take care of them along the way, do what you need to do. You don't investigate, you just give them what they need. So yeah, there are some flaws with the system, and I think it depends on who's running the program if it's going to be effective or not. And right now, it doesn't sound like we have um, people of high integrity running a program where a person having an issue, male or female, they cannot even go to the person that's in charge in that program and say, "Hey, I got a problem." That in itself is a problem. That's why that program was instituted so we can mitigate those issues down the line. And when you can't mitigate it, then you get this other stuff we're talking about right now. It just goes downhill from there. So I'm praying that this family gets to serve the justice they're looking for and they deserve, because no one deserves to be sexually harassed, assaulted, and even dismembered, ladies and gentlemen. That in itself is just horrific. And I don't know how this young man got in the army to begin with, but to have that type of thought process, they really need to do an investigation on how he got in. I'll be looking for his recruiter personally to find out, look at his paperwork, because he couldn't have passed the psychological test. But anyway, I'm not here to pass my opinion, my judgment. All I'm saying is there are some fundamentals wrong with that system. I think if you got the wrong people, you're not going to put Ezekiel Elliott at tight end. It's not going to work. You're not going to put Ezekiel at running back out. And you're going to put him at running back. You won't put him at linebacker or safety because that's not what he does. So I think the command need to really start looking at the people they putting in these positions, not just to fill them, but you need people of high integrity, character that's going to do the right thing, even though it's going to make you feel uncomfortable as a commander because that's the line of light you don't want it yourself. But as a good leader, you don't mind that. You make the adjustment and you fix it. You cannot cover it up. You fix it. If you're a commander, you're a captain, you're a lieutenant colonel, you're a full bird colonel, you're a general. It's your obligation to make sure to the American people, their sisters, mothers, daughters, wives, everyone is safe. And right now we're flunking in that department. And I say we because I retired from the Army. And I'm embarrassed at some point. It's like, but I didn't do it, but I know we can do better and we must do better. But it's going to take the people inside of those ranks and those buildings with those stars on their shoulders and those full bird, those colonels, the birds on their collars to do something on their chest to do something about it. Those first class platoon sergeants, the first sergeants don't just wear that rank and just yell at people all day. Go out there and lead and find out what's going on in your platoon, what's going on in your battery, battalion, brigade. Find out what's going on and fix it. Because when the soldiers start bringing you their problems, that's the day you stop bleeding them. That's come from Colin Powell. When the soldiers start bringing you their problems, that's the day you stop leading them. So let's start leading them again from the front, not from the back. All right. Again, thank you for your time. This is Byron Bradford, aka Brad from the Bradford Files. Again, get your vitamins and supplements at www.b12training.fit.com. Also, the Veterans in Crisis, 1-877-424-3838. Hey, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe.